All right. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in this beautiful planet of ours. This is Marc Lainhart, the Intuitive Prospector, here live from the mountains of Suncadia for another Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. How's everyone doing this morning? Yes, beautiful morning this morning, Misty. Today's message is all about surrounding yourself with good people. So, if you guys would do me a favor, share out the live feed, if you will. I'm only on my phone this morning, so I am remote. I have been doing this. I have been relaxing. I have been reflecting, and I have been rejuvenating. So, we are staying here in a condo in Suncadia. And if you guys can hear me, I've got a brand new setup. It's my remote view setup with lighting, the whole works. So, hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm all mic'd up, I believe. Where's my mic? All right, there's my mic. Okay. Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. And welcome to Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. I am your host, Marc Lainhart, the Intuitive Prospector, here from the mountains of Suncadia. Going to do about a 30-minute inspirational show talking about surrounding yourself with good people. Thank you, Lyra. Good morning to all of you. Again, please subscribe, share out, like. I am on my phone today only, so I will not be able, I'm kind of limited when I'm on the road traveling. I can't share out as much as I want to. But this morning I'm just going to be talking about the healing that comes from surrounding yourself with good people. But before we do that, let's move into what I call the magic of the moment. This beautiful backdrop behind me. So if you guys are familiar with the Pacific Northwest, I am here east of Seattle, Washington, in a place called Suncadia. It's a place that we love to come, and rest and rejuvenate and reflect and revive. And that's something that I always recommend for everybody is take the time to disconnect so that you may have the time to reconnect. So because it's Metaphysical Mocha Mondays and it is the beginning of the week, let's start out with a nice cup of coffee with my Suncadia cup here. And let's move into the magic of the moment with a nice deep breath. A nice cup of joe, a nice cup of tea, protein shake, whatever is your thing. So this morning, as I was kind of meditating and kind of thinking about what I wanted to talk about this morning, it was kind of a reminder of surrounding yourself with good friends, good people. There's a saying in psychology I talk about before you diagnose yourself with depression or anxiety, look around and see if you're surrounded by people that are a-holes. I think it was Carl Jung that talked about that. So, and there's a lot of truth to that. And this weekend we came up for a wedding, and I've been friends with these people for over 30 years, since high school. So I guess 28 years. And what's amazing about good friends and good people and surrounding yourself with good people is it just reminds you how much that you're loved and how much you can learn from other people. And so I just want to give a shout out this morning to all of my amazing friends who I hung out with this weekend and got to see. Some of them I haven't seen in years. Some of them I've seen frequently. But they're good friends when you can kind of just flow right back into the moment. Whether it's been 1 year, 15 years, and it's like you haven't missed a beat. So just want to say good morning, welcome to Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. Going to give you your number for the week, going to give you your totem animal spirit for the week, and also going to give you just a message of a book recommendation. So the book I'm actually reading, I try to do book recommendations now. I'm actually reading Washington Trails Association. So I am a Washington Trails Association hiking guide. And today it was just kind of fun because it says the unseen trail. So I kind of just show it to you, the unseen trail. And it's talking about awareness. And I thought I would just share that this morning, for my Forest Friday hike. Big shout out to everybody that joined me on my Forest Friday hike. We went up to Denny Creek, which is called Nature's Water Slide. It was a lot of fun. We had a good group of spiritual prospectors, did a meditation. My mom and dad joined me. So a lot of fun. Had a little bit of lunch up there. So apologize if it's a little loud in the background. I've got a new setup here today with lighting, the whole works, a whole bigger tripod. so I'm giving it a go. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay, and the sound quality is better, because I'm always trying to produce better, more quality, high quality shows since I started 2 years ago. So your book recommendation for this week is actually pick up a magazine, pick up something that you resonate with that talks about nature, talks about getting outdoors, talks about hiking, something. And I open up the first page this morning and just kind of seeing my signs, and it's talking about the strength of partnerships. And that's today's message, is about the strength of partnerships, about good friendships, about surrounding yourself with good people. Because I've learned in this journey, in this spiritual journey, that people, misery loves company, and there's a lot of unhappy people that we can surround ourselves with if we choose to. But this weekend I surrounded myself with just amazing friends, and friends that have really helped me through some really trying times over my life, and friends that we travel with. Shout out to the Wolframs, shout out to the Arnold, shout out to the Hadley, shout out to Lori and Jen, shout out to the Dingwall, shout out to the Schillinger, shout out to the Young, shout out to the Denons, all great people, all friends. I've been friends for 30 years, so it was really good to see them, and it just kind of reminded me, if you're having a rough go in life, or things aren't working out, really find yourself surrounded, whether it's online, whether it's this show, surround yourself with good people, because it does really rub off on you. The type of conversations you're having, the type of thoughts. If you're constantly in that conditioning of negativity, then the body's going to start responding, your thoughts are going to start responding, and you become what you think, in other words. And like I said, just the friends coming together for a wedding, to celebrate life, to celebrate two people coming together in union for beginning their lives and the life ahead of them. So it was just a constant reminder that life is short, live it, and surround yourself with good people that inspire you, that uplift you, that love you and cherish you, and just make you better, make you be a better person just by who they are. So I'm very honored and humbled for my friendships that I have, and like I said, some of these friendships I've had for over 30 years, and they've helped me through some very difficult times. Through the loss of my brothers, some family issues growing up in high school, and just really were there for me. So thank you guys. I love you guys. So if you guys are just joining this morning, this is Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. It's an inspirational show. I go for about 30 minutes every Monday morning, or I try to go live if I can, if I've got a good signal. And so far I've got a good signal. I've got about 21 of you, 21 spiritual prospectors hanging out, listening to today's message. So thank you very much for doing that. At 8:30 I will be doing the Prospecting Q&A after show, which is also called now the Healing Cafe, where I will do a live reading. Could be a card, could be a spiritual chat, could be mediumship. It really is just an open format from 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to about 9:30, depending on how long I go, where I just I connect directly to you. You can ask me a question. You can ask me for a card. I only have 4 decks that I brought with me, so we'll be working with numbers, colors, nature, and adventure. That'll be the message. But, really today's message is really the sign that I took down. We're staying in a condo here in Suncadia, and the sign really says relax, refresh, renew. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing this and enjoying the sunshine and getting out in nature and fresh, clean air, the mountains. I always remind you guys that nature is our greatest teacher. Nature is our greatest healer and greatest engineer. It can be your greatest friend. It's full of energy. It's full of healing power. That's why I do the Forest Friday hikes at least once a month. So again, thank you to everybody that came out for the Forest Friday hike. We went to Denny Creek, which is nature's water slide, and did a nice meditation listening to the running water. You can catch that video. I did a live reading called Natures and Numbers from Denny Creek. Just go to the Untitled Prospector, and you can check that video out. So let me get a drink of coffee. And again, today is Metaphysical Mocha Mondays, inspirational show for the week ahead. It's a show based on guidance, awareness, intuition, happiness, joy, the celebration of life. And today's message, I'm talking about connecting to others, and a few things that you can do when you want to connect to like-minded individuals. First is what I say is to relax. Move into a format of relaxation, because in today's society we just go, go, go. Everything is so fast. The latest technology, 24-hour news, social media. And when things speed up, believe it or not, guys, your nervous system responds. The nervous system responds to fight, flight, or what I call homeostasis. And when you're in a place of relaxation, the nervous system doesn't have to fight or flight all the time. Try to keep up with the Joneses. You know, have you heard that term, keeping up with the Joneses? And a lot of times when you take the time to disconnect so you can have new time to reconnect, I have found that you actually find yourself in a spot like this where people are kind of in that same mindset, and you start generating conversations. And we've met some amazing people on our travels, and just, you know, moving into a place of relaxation and having just down-to-earth conversations, not about politics, not about religion, just about, oh, you know, what brings you out here? What brings you out to the mountains? Oh, we're just out here to lay by the pool for the day and just get some sun, some vitamin D. Oh, what is it that you do? You know, just general conversations. And we've built some really good friendships over the years just by being in a place of relaxation. You know, we go down to Mexico, we come here to Suncadia, and we've just had some really good friendships evolve from those experiences. So the first one I'd say is, when you want to surround yourself with good people, is be yourself, be your authentic self. Like I said, a lot of my friends that I hung out with this weekend, a lot of them know what I do. They know that I'm a psychic. They know I'm a medium. They know I do a lot of spiritual work. But I don't try to sell them on it. I don't try to, you know, say you need to believe what I believe or we can't be friends. It's not like that at all. They just accept me for my authentic self, and I do the same. I reciprocate that. I accept them for who they are, what they do, and all my friends do something different. I don't know if anybody is in the actual same career, but your job doesn't define you, is what I'm saying. And when you surround yourself with good people, people that accept you for who you are, your authentic self, you can be authentic around them, and you know that, you know, they're going to accept you. And, you know, there's always opinions and judgments. That's just a way of the human condition. That's human society. But at the most part, your friends always have your back. And like I said, I've just always had a good group of friends for, you know, we were kind of reflecting back, a big group of us, a lot of different couples coming together over 30 years. We've traveled for my 40th together, and then there's a group photo of us here at the wedding on Saturday. And, you know, we all get busy with life and kids and mortgages and all that. But when you come back and you have that friendship, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. You just know that you have certain types of friends in your life. And I've talked about this on previous shows, where you have your root friends. If you think of the tree of life, you know, the trees that are out here, and you think of the tree of life, you have your root friends, people that you grew up with, people that you've really, you know, grew up and transformed and developed with through your experiences, good and bad. Whether they're high school friends, college friends, golfing buddies, you know, military buddies, and those are your root friends. And then as life continues, you know, I get into my 40s here, you know, your friends change, life changes, and that's the constantality of life, is it's always constantly changing, including your friendships. But you can still make a choice, and you still have the free will to surround yourself with good people, people that not always going to necessarily agree with you. I think it's fun to have friends that'll challenge you and give you a different perspective and see something different. But people that are very like-minded, like the same things that you do, and like to do the same things that you do, and support you in what you do and uplift you. And so as you move from your root friends, you get to what I've always referred to as kind of the branch friends. Like, they're there for a period in your life. They're there to maybe help you through a trying time. They're there to help you, you know, overcome something, like, you know, college friend, or a military buddy, or somebody maybe you worked in the Peace Corps with, or just you had a certain amount of years in a certain job. And so those are what I call the branch friends. And then you have your leaf friends. So you have your root friends, you have your branch friends, and then you have your leaf friends. And these friends are, you know, and we've all had them, where they're people that come into your life for a reason and a season. And they usually come in like the leaves, and they blow out like the leaves. And you know, they're still friends. They're just, you know, friends for a certain time, certain period in life, and they, you know, come in and they blow out, and you never talk to them again, and that's fine. So that's just something that I always look at as, you know, surrounding myself with good people, people that are going to uplift you, and people that are going to encourage you and inspire you, and not try to bring you down, and not be in competition with you. And again, your root friends, your branch friends, and your leaf friends, they're all friends. They just have different roles in your life when you're going through different periods of your life. So relax, be yourself, be your authentic self. I'm just giving some tips on how to surround yourself with good people. You know, there's an old but we're very disconnected. We're more connected ever before, but we're really disconnected because everybody's on their phones, and so some of that social interaction is lost. So I always remind people it's important to connect, whether it's connection through sports, whether it's connection through just talking about the same television shows that you may be watching, connecting through maybe a certain book that you're reading, connecting through maybe the love of traveling or the love of wine, but connect to people, because you'll find the more isolated you become, the more you're going to have self-sabotage and thought with yourself, and the more you're going to maybe move into depression, that maybe people don't like you, or anxiety. And again, like I said at the opening of the show, is before you start thinking you have depression or anxiety or you're lonely, look around and just make sure you're not surrounded by a-holes, people that have, sorry about that, some phone call came in, people that just have negative mindsets, because again, it does start to wear on you when you start to get in condition. I talked about this on last week's show. Oh, I'm right next to an AC unit, so sorry about that, didn't logistically plan that. But that's what happens when you're on the road, so hopefully it's not too loud for you. If it is, could you guys send me some likes, hearts, angry faces, if that's really... because I can't shut it off. There's a padlock on it. But I'm here on the balcony of our condo here in Suncadia Resort, which is east of Seattle, Washington, by about an hour and a half outside of Seattle. And we come up to the mountains to just hang out and to rest and reflect. And we came up for a wedding, hanging out with a bunch of my friends that I haven't seen. Some of them I haven't seen in years, and some of them I see all the time. But it's really nice just to surround yourself with good people. And that's today's inspirational messages. Surround yourself with people that make you a better person. And that's with everything in life, in your career, in your family, in your friend network. Connect with people, relax, breathe, be yourself. Don't try to change yourself for other people's way of life or opinions, because in the end, it's really none of your business what other people think of you. And your true friends, and you know who they are, will accept you for who you are and what you do, but they don't define you by what you do. So thank you for hanging out with me this morning. Let's see what time it is. I'm going to give you your number for the week, and again, the book recommendation for the week, and then I'll be back here right at 8:30. This show ends, Metaphysical Mocha Mondays ends, and then broadcasts over and premieres over on my YouTube channel. So if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I have over 200 subscribers, 200 spiritual prospectors now. So thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. A lot of shows on there: Metaphysical Mocha Mondays, Inspired Living Radio, 4 seasons of podcasts, amazing topics, amazing people. We have some great shows coming up here in the next few weeks. And you can catch all those videos on my YouTube channel, so make sure to subscribe to that. And within the videos now, I'm hiding hidden keys, so you can claim your free keys. It could be discounts for readings, it could be to watch a free class over on my Learn It Live network that I have. It could be special announcements of upcoming events. It could be Forest Friday hikes, special, just special discounts. So get into my YouTube channel, subscribe to that, and usually what I do on my channel is on this show, as I let people know that I'm got a hidden key out there. So as of right now, if you head over to my YouTube channel, on some of my videos, whether it's Metaphysical Mocha Mondays or Inspired Living Radio, I've hidden 5 keys. There's 5 keys out there that will open up a course on my Learn It Live called Spiritual ABCs Level 1. It's about the awareness of ABCs. I won't give you the whole details. You have to go find that. But there's a key code and a registration link. So you can register on the Learn It Live platform, plug in that key that's out there. Again, it's only open up to the first 5 prospectors that claim their key, and then it's a free course. $15 value, so you're saving $15. But it's just a way to interact, and also to get you kind of exploring and discovering what I do and the classes I do, and just sharing that with you and as a way of giving back. But today is book recommendations. Pick up a magazine that you like. It doesn't always have to be a book. It's a magazine, and I'm reading Washington Trails Association this month, The Unseen Trail, which for me is just very cool, because when you get out in nature, there's a lot of unseen things that you don't see, but when you take the time to stop, smell the roses, breathe, relax, connect, and it's the same with friends, it's the same with nature, it really does give you, hidden things like this frog hidden in the leaves and a lot of life. So try to find things that you haven't really researched before in a magazine. And again, get out into nature. There's some hidden gems. With that, let me get another drink of coffee. And again, at 8:30, I'll be back for the Healing Cafe, direct messages with you. I've got a new setup here, so I'm hoping that it's working okay. Sound quality's good, lighting's good. I got a whole lighting, and I've kind of upgraded with everything when I'm on the road. So I'm here in Suncadia. And I want to give you your totem animal spirit for the week. And I'm going to also give you your number for the week and just things to pay attention to. You don't have to take my word for it. I always say just if you sit still, the journey unfolds. And so a lot of times people work with me, and I always remind people that some people call me crazy and some people call me for advice because I have this gift, this ability to see things before they happen, or to connect to the world that's unseen. And the way I describe it is very much like the world behind me. In this physical world, the spiritual world moves just like the wind. So we see the effects of the wind right now. You see that tree moving behind me, but you don't actually see what's moving that tree. We just accept it for what is, and the wind is moving that tree. From the laws of physics, universal law, we know that tree is moving because of the wind, but we don't see it with these physical eyes. And very much the same for if you're on a spiritual path, if you're on a spiritual journey. And I always say spirituality is different. I'm a spiritualist, which is very different from religion, because spirituality is about your own journey. Religion is about reading about somebody else's journey from 3,000 years ago in a land far away. Some old dude, coming down off a mountain carrying stone tablets. That's religion, which is fine. But for me, the spiritual path is about living each day, having an attitude for gratitude, the appreciation of my eyes opening, and to be in this journey of the physical world. And so I always remind people that the spirit world, the unseen world, interacts with us very much like the wind. We see the effects of the spirit world, but we don't actually see the spirit world a lot of times. We see it here, not here. Signs, symbols, synergy, synchronistic events. You can get spiritual tips every day if you have Alexa or Echo. Just ask to open up Ariel's Positive Living app and ask for a daily tip, and I'll give you, there's about 15 to 20 spiritual tips that I remind people of how the spiritual world interacts with us on a daily basis if we're open to it and we're aware to it. So pay attention to the wind, and it might be a song, it might be a book, it might be somebody that looks like somebody that's in the spirit world. I call them body doubles. Could be a feather, it could be a coin. There's all sorts of synchronistic events. So with that, I'm going to just pick an animal, totem spirit animal for you this week. And the reason I do this, the reason I do this is because nature interacts with us a lot if we're open to it. So it's kind of fitting because this week I've been talking about the sign that I just took down from the condo that we're staying at. And I can kind of go behind it to relax, refresh, and renew. 3 R's. I also like to revive, rejuvenate, remember. And the card this week for your totem animal is the turtle. So the turtle card, this kind of always reminds me of Crush. If you remember Finding Nemo, Crush was always just chilling, always just going like a surfer dude in the flow, just taking his time, And that's a good reminder for all of us, is to slow down, take a breath. We're in a very fast-paced, chaotic society, and we come to the mountains a lot. One, the mountains are calling and I must go, and 2, it's a great way to unwind and just maybe just disconnect from TV. I haven't watched TV in 2 days, so I couldn't tell you what was happening in the world right now, because we've been just celebrating life, hanging out with family, or hanging out with good friends. I would even call some of them family, because some of them are like a brother to me. There during my difficult times when I lost my own brother. So I would say family and friends, because some of my good friends here are like brothers to me and sisters. But the turtle is saying, take your time. So it's a great reminder for this week. And like I said, each week is different. With my shows, there's no planning, there is no scripting. I don't have any notes here. I just kind of meditate on what's going on consciously in society, kind of the messages that come to me. Even some of my friends this weekend kind of helped me, like, what should I talk about on Monday's show? Because I kind of resonate with real time and what's going on. And they said, my wife said, why don't you talk about, your good friends and surrounding yourself with good people? And I sat with that and thought, you know what, that's a really good idea. And I think it's important that you surround yourself, and this goes for everybody watching today, surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with people that inspire you, that motivate you, maybe even help you to heal. Friends that that you can express yourself and they'll listen without judgment or opinion. Those are the kind of people that you want to be around. So surround yourself with good people, and you can do that by just relaxing, being yourself, always be your authentic self. Connect with people. Try to connect with them in the physical aspects of life versus just the digital. Even at my job, my day job, everything is matrix. Everything is connected via online and Skype and email, and it really does lose some of that human factor of making relationships by physical contact and being in that physical presence. And maybe that's where the world is going, more virtual. But I find too that we're more connected than ever before with technology, but we're really disconnected. And you don't have to take my word for it. The stats show it, the anxiety, the depression, the amount of pills people are taking. I mean, they're skyrocketing. And so from a social standpoint, I look at that and like, why are suicides so high? Why are, 22 veterans on average a day committing suicide? Why are people so anxiety-ridden? Why are the younger generations, afraid to go to school, or, afraid of bullying, or what's going to happen on social media, or be in a mass shooting? Socially in society, things are changing. And I think a part of that is, the disconnect through technology and everybody kind of going into their own orbit, their own house. Because even back in the day, we didn't live in our own houses. It was only, within the, last few hundred years that we started to build houses and each person go into their own home. Before it was a lot of, you had your own space, but it was a community. And so I would recommend, if you want to surround yourself with good people, put that intention out there to connect with like-minded people, whether it's a meetup group, whether it's this show, whether it's my Forest Friday hikes, whether it's some of my workshops. And again, you don't always have to believe everything that I'm talking about, metaphysics and spirituality and intuition and awareness and psychic sciences and healing and all that. But I find that when, in some of my friendships, people would judge me for what I did, two more like-minded people would come into my arena, my orbit, my environment, and uplift me and say, no, I love what you're doing. I had a person a couple weeks ago call me a demon, and then I did a reading, and the person said, you're an angel. So you're going to have different aspects and different opinions, but don't pay attention to, you're going to have a lot of critics and pundits out there, you're going to have a lot of talkers, but be a doer in life and surround yourself with that same like-minded energy of people and friends that will be there for you, and surround yourself with good people. That just makes the journey better. It's already a tough enough journey in life. Life's going to throw a lot of stuff at you. So you might as well do it with people that are going to get in the trenches with you and have a positive attitude along the way, and do it in a way that motivates you, inspires you, and really just creates true, authentic, genuine friendship. So that's today's message, is surrounding yourself with good people that make you better, challenge you, just don't agree with everything you say. Also, I agree that iron sharpens iron, and, getting different perspective from your friends, and, good friendships as they see your perspective as well. So surround yourself with good people, and before you diagnose yourself with any kind of depression or anxiety, or I'm a horrible person, really kind of look at your networks first and see if you're surrounded by people that are just a-holes, and just not good people, because that does wear on you energetically, vibrationally, frequency, and if you keep doing it over and over again, like Pavlov's dog, like I was talking about last week's show, you condition yourself and you find yourself in that environment to where you're actually resonating and doing things that you were like, why am I doing this? This isn't me. This isn't who I am. And good mentors, good teachers, good friends, and even some family members can help you to get there. So the turtle, take your time this week. Take your time, do it right. The numerology number for this week, and then I'll be back here for the Healing Cafe in about 2 minutes. Well, there you go. New beginnings. New beginnings card. This one is a number 1. So just start. If you're just hearing this message today and you've been having a rough go and you've been looking for a new network, new friends and people, and you want to be around things that are inspiring and full of love and connection versus division and talk of religion or politics or social media, it all starts with you. Your reality is created twice: first in your mind, and second in what you do to bring out into your reality. So new beginnings for this week, and most importantly, smile, taking a deep breath, find the magic in the moment. Don't let your imagination take you out to a future that's not guaranteed or might not even happen, and watch your memories that take you to a past that you can't change, because carrying the heavy luggage of your past will not serve your higher self. So it's been my pleasure talking to you today. I'm going to be sending this over to YouTube to premiere on my YouTube channel. So if you want to get on my YouTube channel, just go look for Marc Lainhart. You can also follow me here on the Intuitive Prospector page. Thank you for sharing out, liking, subscribing. I do track who's subscribing and who is sharing. At the end of this month, I pick one person out of a hat, and they get a free 30-minute reading with me. I've already done July's winner. We've already done her 30-minute reading, and it could be a reading for numbers, psychic, mediumship, just a healing, a meditation. Kind of leave it up to you for what you want. But it's just, having an attitude for gratitude and thanking those that have been with me for the 2 seasons I've been doing this and helping me to grow and share my page out. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And most importantly, take the time to disconnect so you can make time to reconnect. My tagline is dare to dream, dare to explore, dare to live. If you want to work with me directly, you can find me at marclainhart.com. You can internet search The Intuitive Prospector. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me every Wisdom Wednesday for Inspired Living Radio, my live podcast show at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern through the Om Times Radio Network. That's our global radio show. And then every Monday morning is Metaphysical Mocha Mondays, followed by the Healing Cafe right here at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also catch me through Alexa. Just ask to open up Positive Living and play Positive Living Daily Tip. And it's a great way to carpe diem the day. I'm all about carpe diem. So thank you so much for hanging out for Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. Cheers to you. And again, surround yourself with good people on the journey because it just makes it for a much healthier, happier journey. And we're all on the journey. And at the end of the day, we really are walking each other home. And I'll just leave you with, my tagline, which is until our next soul adventure, be kind, be caring, be compassionate, and most importantly, relax, refresh, renew. And I'll see you next Monday for Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Namaste.